Hi guys, this is me, Rusty78609 in Central Texas, USA, and I'm wearing an Elio Motors shirt. See it? And on the back it's got a picture of their latest three-wheel vehicle, and I got an email from them this morning, so this is going to be about Elio. This is June the 29th, 2017 at about 2:14 p.m. and so we're going to do this thing about Elio. Let me tell you what I got. I got an email here. It says, did somebody say road trip? It's from Elio. And then they talk about summer being officially here. It's time of the year when any day is the night, when any day is the right day to hit the open road. With up to 84 miles per gallon, 650 miles on a single tank, you can hop in and go no matter what's in your wallet. And with standard amenities like AC, stereo, and power lock and windows, you'll cruise in comfort to wherever your heart desires. Reserve your Elio today and alter the course of personal transportation. That's what this email tells me. And you can put up, let's see, a reservation. You can go $1,000, $250, or $100. And you get a limited edition t-shirt and a bumper sticker. Okay, so how about that? And so that's the Elio today. And then we go a little further and realize that apparently people have been to their office at 2942 North 24th Street in Phoenix, Arizona, and it's nothing but a little building with it's a mailing address. Okay, that's basically it. It's an executive complex where they have a little cubby hole, and so that's not good. So that could indicate some problems. But anyway, you know they've had some problems in Louisiana with their plant, and they didn't meet their deadline of hiring so many hundreds of employees, and but apparently they've got a little political clout in Louisiana, and they were able to dodge some really difficult situations that they could have gotten into, and they need some cash pretty damn soon, or they're going to file Chapter 11, probably bankruptcy. Maybe, let's see, corporations file Chapter, I don't know, Chapter 7 maybe? I'm not sure what chapter, but anyway, I'm looking in the near future to file bankruptcy, because today I looked at I went to the Yahoo Finance page to see what kind of trading is going on, what kind of volume their stock has, because the higher the volume, the more their interest there is in that stock. And their stock is trading at just about the 52-week low, or the all-time low of $5.75. The day's range is 615 to 650. It closed yesterday at 618. And it opened at $6.15, $6.15, and the volume today is a whopping. And the markets are fixing to close in just a little bit, or maybe they're already closed. Let's see, Eastern time they're closed probably. Yeah, because it's 2:18 Central, that'd be 3:18 Eastern. So the markets are closed. I believe they close at 3. So that means the volume for the full day was 719 shares. That's not much, folks, I got to tell you that. And then the news, nothing, the same old news. The latest news published here is dated April the 10th, 2017. Of course, there's been some later news out of Louisiana. A newspaper there and a television station have published some news about what's going on, and it looks like unless Elio Motors can come up with some cash in the very near future, they're going to be in deep poo-poo. Now this shirt right here, a guy told me was a $1,000 t-shirt. It was a viewer that sent me this Elio t-shirt. Apparently he put up $1,000 of a refundable deposit, and I don't know if he's gotten it back or not. There are some that have not. So if you haven't put any money up with Elio, be very careful. I do not know. I can't look into a crystal ball and tell you exactly that they're not going to produce the car, but I would say the odds are definitely not in their favor, because financially they look dead. Okay, and now we'll look at something else. The interest in the stock is basically non-existent, so that tells you it's it's dead in the stock market. latest financial statements, which I'm sure most of you that are interested in Elio have already checked out very thoroughly and looked at their SEC filings, which you should do, because there's a little thing in there called forward-looking statements, and what that tells you is what they actually think is going to happen in the next few months or several months, and what you'll find is not very positive at all. If they don't receive a cash inflow, a significant cash inflow in the very near future, which I would say in the next 90 days, then this company will probably be in the history books. It showed cash. This was as of March 31st, 2016. That's ancient history, but it shows that they had cash an equivalence of $5,535,000, which sounds not bad. It's got other current assets of $4 million for total current assets of $9,542,000. And then you look at, now one of the things in accounting you look at is they call it the current ratio, and that's the ratio of current assets to current liabilities, and hopefully you want a ratio of 1 to 1, or hopefully 1.5 to 1, 1.5 of assets to 1 of liabilities, current assets to current liabilities. And what we've got here is just the reverse. We have total current liabilities of $18,684,000 and total current assets of $9,542,000. So we're totally backwards there. They're upside down on that important financial ratio. They are definitely in trouble. All right, because what they've got cash of $5,500,000, and they've got accounts payable. Those are usually things due within 30 days of $16 million. Now, of course, this was back in March, so there's a lot of people that didn't get paid, right? And those people aren't happy. I guarantee you they're not happy. So what's happening is the doors are closing. The people that might have loaned money to this company are now bailing out, in my opinion only, and I'm wearing one of those $1,000 t-shirts that somebody sent me, and I just want to tell you that in my opinion, my opinion, who in the hell am I? I'm some guy in Central Texas sitting here just reviewing some financial data. I used to be a CPA many years ago, and I do understand financial statements and financial information. And I have watched some companies go bankrupt, and I actually have worked for some that have failed, okay? And it wasn't because of me, it was because the company was already failing when I went there to help distribute the assets. That was the only reason I went there. And so what happens here is we have a corporation with very little cash on hand. Apparently they've laid off, well, they don't have any employees. I think they have a total of around 4 or 5 people, maybe. They only have 5 prototype cars. That's all they've built, and that was built by a company that builds prototype cars, which that doesn't mean anything other than they made no effort to really go into production. Not that anyone can see. Now they do have a building leased in Louisiana, and there's some really strange stuff there. But again, draw your own conclusion. But in my opinion, for those of you that have been looking at Elio, it is an interesting car. It really is, or not car, but vehicle, because it's got 3 wheels, and it's got some. The concept is good. However, I don't know if it was ever intended to go to production, because if you have to have over 300 million to start this thing up, according to Paul Elio, then they're not even close. And they were planning on having, I don't know, 1,500 employees in Louisiana at this time, and that was a commitment they made, and they don't have any. So that's not good. But having said that, that's all I wanted to do. I just hadn't done a video about Elio in a while, and this t-shirt was sent to me by a subscriber, so I thought I might just check into it. But there is you can do a Google search for the latest news, but the news they put out is so meaningless. Elio, this was back in April the 10th, 2017, says Elio Motors signs agreement with AISN Group. Well, sign an agreement, what the hell's that? That's nothing. You can sign an agreement with 15,000 people. That doesn't mean you're ever going to honor it, or they are either. When you start seeing money changing hands, then that's a different deal. But be that as it may, the Elio vehicle, in my opinion, will probably never be produced. And that's all I got to say about that. And if you guys have any other input, I would appreciate it, because I haven't seen much from Elio in a few months, and nobody else has either, as far as I know, other than what's happened in Louisiana that's been reported by the television media and the print media in that state. And so everything's kind of on hold. But having said that, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye bye, buy USA, made when you can. And this was going to be in the made in the USA. I was kind of pulling for them because it would have created a lot of jobs. And you know, of course, drink plenty of water, 3 or 4 quarts a day. It won't hurt you. You'll TT a lot, so what? It'll make you feel better. And take deep breaths, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth several times a day. Why? It relieves stress. That's why. And when you relieve stress, you lower your blood pressure. When you lower your blood pressure, your heart doesn't have to work so hard, and you'll live longer. And that's what it's all about. Keep your health. Why keep your health? Because if you keep your health, you may live long enough to drive an Elio. How long will that be? Your guess is as good as mine. Enjoy. Adios.